Welcome to Gigi's laundry room, which has pretty much become the way station of the farm. Everybody pretty much comes in and out of Gigi's house. It seems to be the hub right now. The farmhouse isn't done. I'm hoping eventually that will be it so we can give Gigi a little bit of peace. But in the meantime, the laundry room is where we leave each other's mail depending on who runs to the mailbox. I've got pool equipment over here for me. I'm learning how to take care of our little pool. I have eggs that need to be crushed because that's Maddie's job. She crushes the eggs so we can use them either in the garden or give them back to the chickens or put them in the compost depending on where they're going to go. It's where we hold the eggs. People can just come in. I've got a shelving unit. They can just come in and grab some eggs, and I've got some egg cartons there. So it's kind of a neat spot because it's sort of like a mudroom. It's double door. There's an outside door, then an inside door, so you're not really bugging anyone, and it just sort of became that. We've got a melon here from the garden. This year's melons have been amazing. Last year I had some little rascals, not sure it was a possum or raccoons, steal the melons that we had. This year we've been able to harvest a passion melon, a honeydew, a sugar baby, and we've got a rattlesnake melon that's coming up, and that's really exciting. But what I really brought you in here for was the tomato harvest. The tomatoes are just sort of coming into their own right now. Again, I'm not a good enough gardener to know whether this is normal or not. They feel like they're turning red a little late. We're in August already, and I thought last year more in July they had ripened, but that's neither here nor there because they're going like gangbusters. I have a lot of big green tomatoes that are coming in. I've got, this is a Baker's Creek, if you guys have seen Galaxy. Now mine aren't quite like the pictures, but I don't care because I'm discovering an ugly garden that produces is just fine with me. Someday I'll have that beautiful garden. But for right now, as long as I'm getting produce, I have to give up how I think it needs to look. And I beat myself up, or I did, over there's weeds, this is ugly, I don't have time, I'm trying to get the farmhouse done, want my house finished, then I'll think about a pretty garden at that point. So if you're kind of going through some of that stuff and knocking yourself out saying my garden needs to look better, all these social media pictures and stuff, just be glad your garden's producing some beautiful fruit or vegetables or whatever it is that you're getting, and ease up on yourself. That's coming from somebody who knows. So what has really gone crazy has been our cherry tomatoes. I don't know if you can see through this. Obviously you can see these have been frozen. I have had several bags of these already just off of 2 cherry tomato bushes. It's been nuts. They're gorgeous. When we're out in the garden picking, we're eating. picking, eating. They're just so delicious. But I knew I wasn't going to have time this year. I forced myself last year to can during the summer and harvest, and it was just me, and I wasn't enjoying myself. And I need to enjoy myself. If I don't enjoy myself, things don't go well for me. Everybody's different, but I need to really like what I'm doing for it to go smoothly. Otherwise, I feel like I'm fighting it. So I decided I'm just going to go ahead. My first thought was I was going to freeze them, which I did. Then my friend Serena, thanks Serena, and Lynn, we were talking on Messenger, and Serena had said that she was going to throw some of hers in a crock pot or the Instant Pot, and I thought, I love that idea. Why don't I just cook them down now and freeze them already cooked down? It's going to save some room. This is my 8-quart Instant Pot tomatoes that I picked yesterday and threw in the Instant Pot. 8 quarts. So I'm taking the ones out of the freezer and I'm dumping them in the Instant Pot as well, and I'm going to run those through, and then in the fall when I come back here, my tomatoes are already broken down for me. The dogs didn't like that. Sorry guys! Let me open the door. Alright, come on in. No, they don't want to make an appearance. They just want to bark. So I was going to run the 6-quart as well, but I'll just dump all of these in here. Hi kids! I mean, look at those. Look at that. Isn't that, oh my gosh. Just beautiful. You just don't find that in the store. And the flavor. You know, one of the coolest things is having Maddie in the garden with me. It's great bringing her out there and having her not only learn what's going on, but being able to eat right off the plant, knowing the difference between something that's grown from home and a store-bought. The tomatoes in the store are beautiful, but they don't taste like anything. And I just love that she's growing up knowing how to do this and the difference in flavor. And what is really enjoyable now is she's looking for the bugs. She loves bugs, so what I'm having her do is, okay, we saw that bug, you need to research it and write me a little story about it. But it's been great having her alongside me, and as she gets older she gets to do more work, like us in the rain pulling the cucumbers today. That was pretty fun. So I filled the 8-quart pot. I'm going to go ahead and pop this in here. I don't add any water or anything. Usually when you're cooking in an Instant Pot, you add a cup of water to whatever you're doing. But in this case, when the tomatoes break down, obviously anybody who's broken down tomatoes, there's tons of liquid there. What am I going to do with these? I'm probably going to do more tomato sauce this fall. We are big pasta eaters. We really love tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce, marinara sauce, bolognese, you name it. So I think that's what this will turn into is jarred sauce, maybe some diced tomatoes as well. All right, so make sure you're on sealing. You don't want it on vent, and then you just go ahead and you pressure cook. These are if they're fresh, pressure cook for about 20 minutes, and again, you'll get them. They'll look like this. They still have a shape. There, I think you can see that better, but they're definitely mushy, so you can smash them in your pot and turn them in whatever you're going to turn them into. Because these are frozen, instead of 20 minutes, I think I'll do 25. Okay, so we're set on 25 there. And then I'm going to go ahead and process these as well. Probably run them at the same time just to do double duty because I can, because I've got 3 Instant Pots. Oh, speaking of which, Mr. Blue Jeans got me the fryer top, the air fryer top for the 6-quart Instapot, so I'm going to play with that for a little bit, and this fall I'm going to get back to my cooking. I miss cooking and sharing my recipes with you guys so much, but it's just been a hectic summer, and I think all of you are experiencing the same thing. Just busy this year. So fall cooking is coming. I'm excited about that, and we're going to learn some Instant Pot air fryer recipes together because it's a first for me as well. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and prep these others. I guess before I go, I'll show you a few things. Well, I have a couple of the jalapenos are starting to come in, trying to catch the light here, so that's wonderful. I'd like to find a really good popper recipe. If anybody has a popper recipe, and I want the one that you batter the outside. I don't want to cut it in half and broil it or all of that. I want batter on the outside of my popper. My Amish pastes have just ginormous, kind of ranging in different sizes, but a lot of them are like this, and the stripes on them are just beautiful. For a second there, because I forgot what I had planted, I've got at least 40 some odd tomato plants. I thought it was a Mr. Stripey, but it's the Amish paste. And then the Romas are just starting to come in as well, which is really, really exciting. And then I have these. I want to say Anderson, and I know that's not the name. It's an heirloom tomato, and I will, when I edit, I'll put it down here so you'll know what the name of this tomato is. It's a first. It's nice. It is not squishy, which this I think would make a very good tomato for a BLT, or we do a lot of tomato salads with feta and oil and vinegar dressing and a little fresh basil. It's a nice firm tomato, so I think that'd be really good for salads, but because we have so many, I'm just going to throw all these into this pot, break them down. All I do is pull the tops off. If there's some bad spots, I don't throw anything away. I cut the bad spots out, put that in the compost, and just throw them in here. I don't even cut the tomatoes at this point unless they have a bad spot. I'm just throwing them in. Save time, save time. So what we'll do, I think, is in the fall when I go to can, we'll revisit the tomatoes that I showed you here, and then what we're going to do and the canning that will happen. I think it'll be kind of fun. to share some of the canning recipes with you all as well. So I'm going to get to processing the rest of these tomatoes. I hope you're having a really great beginning to your week. The rain has been fabulous here. Our garden hose got cut. Mr. Blue Jeans ran over with the lawnmower. So I thought, oh no, he's going to have to repair it. That's going to take some time. It's been raining, and I have a pair of jeans out on the laundry line, and ever since I've had them out there, it's been pouring rain. So I'm gonna leave them for a couple more days and see if I just can't get it to keep raining until that hose gets fixed. So anyway, this is Nikki D from 5 Dog Farm. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon.